what's up guys? So I made this dating guide about dating girls in Cali Colombia a couple of years ago, and looking back on it now, I honestly can't recommend the place. Just in terms of the return on dating I got there for the risk of like my safety, it just was not a good, I don't think a good ROI. You know, I could have easily been drugged, robbed, or assaulted there. Fortunately, none of that happened. But it really wasn't that good of a place. You know, the Colombianas, they're people from Cali. They're just kind of more conservative people, I feel like. In terms of the nightclub, trying to pull a girl home there from her group of friends, it's just not really going to happen. Yeah, it didn't really happen that often when I went out there. And there's other places, you know, I could go out at night and where that would be a lot more probable of happening. For example, like Rio De Janeiro, Brazil. That place was, looking back on that, that place was a lot better than Cali. And I didn't even think Rio was that great, to be honest. I thought that place was pretty overrated in terms of dating, for real. But yeah, compared to Cali, oh man, yeah, way better. So yeah, I can't recommend Cali. Yeah, don't bang Cali. So, but this is just more like for places, a guide for places to go out at night. So take that for what it is. All right. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Hey, what's up, everybody? K-pop Giga Chad here, and today I just wanted to give you a breakdown of what it's like here dating in Colombia, more specifically Cali, Colombia, a beautiful city that we're here in right now. We're right in the heart of downtown Cali Colombia in Granada. And that right there is the Cali Tower. It's the tallest building in Cali Colombia. I think it's maybe like 50 stories or something. The building I'm at, I'm only on the 10th floor. But it's really beautiful up there. Highly recommend it. They even have a nightclub up there. But what's it like here? Dating as an Asian male, being an Asian male, that it's been maybe a little more built up than what other people have been alluding to on YouTube, maybe more specifically David Bond. He looks like he was killing it here, especially with his Instagram ads he was running. I've been running some myself, and responses have been pretty cool. It's so funny, I actually was in a Facebook group here and just asking around, you know, what's some cool places to go check out, or the nightlife, and then a fellow gringo messaged me, and then we meet up, we chill. He's a cool dude from Austria, and then lo and behold, he shows me his Instagram ads he's running, and I was like, wow, look at this guy. And he was getting like, he claimed like 5 cents a message there. I think maybe he exaggerated there. I think it was probably more like 5 cents per click, but you know, it wasn't tracking the cost per message there. So he didn't have like a ads manager, Meta Ads Manager analytic app on his phone like I do, which really breaks down the data there. I think I was getting like, I determined it was around like 50 cents a message, or 50 cents to like $1 message, which he was saying was pretty high there. But I don't know, at $5 a day, I think I was getting around 15 to 20 messages in the beginning. So it wasn't too bad. What is that? That's like, I'm trying to do the math in my head, like 25 cents, 30 cents a message. I mean, I'll take that. You know, how much cheaper do you really want it? You need it. But it's been cool, and I haven't had too much time to efficiently go on all those dates as much as I'd like to. I've been really busy with work every day. My Airbnb here, working from home office, selling life insurance. And it's been a wild ride so far. I've been pretty passionate about it. I'm just learning the ins and outs. With being an Asian guy here, it's been cool. I don't get any, no like racism, overt racism, or no people really pulling their eyes or anything. No slurs or nothing. You know, and I think it's important we address that because, you know, during the pandemic, when I was quarantining with my parents, you know, can't help but see the nonstop attack on Asian people, being blamed for COVID, especially the Asian elders and the women, which was super surprising for me to see that happen. I thought it'd be like the men they would go and attack first, but no, it was actually the women, the elders, and that actually makes sense because they're the weakest and the most vulnerable there. But yeah, I haven't been attacked here, of course. It's totally chill. I'd recommend it for any Asian person to come down here and check out. and I don't really get any stairs or anything like that here, and not like I'd say I was getting maybe like in Paraguay, perhaps. Yeah, I got some of that attention there in Paraguay. There are some decent nightlife options here. So in Granada here, you have La Pergola, and that is like the premier dance club, probably the biggest, most poppin' club here in Cali, Colombia. Aside from like Living, which is like a more salsa club, and you know they require you to have like a whole group coming with you there and get like a table. And I was actually able to enter there the first time on my own as a solo playa in a club, just creeping. And you know, they're like, it's going to be 25,000 pesos. I'm like, all right, $5, that's fine by me. And you know, you got to buy a beer. I'm like, cool, that's fine by me. I'll buy a beer. And it was crazy because it was like literally as soon as I arrived here, I went out. I think that must have been, or maybe it was like the following. No, it was probably the following like weekend. I lie, but it was like my first night out here, and it was like a webcam event, and that's so funny because you know I hear David Bond on YouTube talk about all the Colombian chicas he's seeing, and how like a lot of them do webcamming with OnlyFans, and lo and behold, it's a webcam event. And I think it was like the weekend before Halloween, the weekend of Halloween, so they had a lot of like girls in scantily clad outfits, looking hella sexy with their booties, the culos all out there, getting some fresh air. And there was competition there. They had like Silent Hill, and then like Mystique from X-Men, and who else? Some other chick with like needles all on her face there. And I think and then there's Avatar, and I believe Avatar ended up winning that night. But yeah, that was a cool night. I went out there, and I think I had like one girl, her gay friend like wanted to introduce her to me, and that was probably like the most overt attention I've gotten here the whole time. So other than that, it's been like I just felt like I blended in, or like, you know, haven't really gotten any girls come up to me or anything. I had that a couple times in Paraguay. Man, I feel like I'm bigging up Paraguay right now. Jeez, and I don't want you guys all coming in there and ruining it for me. But yeah, here it's like if you want to take a girl home from the nightclub or something like that, you know, good luck. You know, they are more maybe a little more conservative here. I would say so, and especially coming from like Brazil, man. Brazil is one wild ride. I think every single guy's got to experience in their lifetime. You know, especially if they're like in their late 20s and their 30s and they're not married or still single there. You know, definitely got to do an abroad trip there. And yeah, Brazil is just like it's so crazy there. They have a term to describe it over there. They say it's called putaria. So that basically describes it like when the party's just getting kind of turned up, and then like everyone's getting in the mood, and like people are making out more, and maybe there's even like three-way makeouts, and yeah, putaria literally translates into whorehouse. So you can see, yeah, why they would use that word there. But at times it can feel like spring break, and just you know, in the middle of the year in a regular, I don't know, just on a random Friday weekend or something. It's kind of crazy there. So yeah, definitely people are, you know, hooking up a lot faster there, you know, on the same night they meet them or the first date, but not here in Colombia. So it's more slow paced here, and La Pergola would be the premier place for a solo cholo gringo like myself to go out and party and to meet like a single girl there. But even there can be a little tricky, difficult, just to, I don't know, meet a girl at times, because a lot of people are in their groups there. But it's the most, it's the highest probable place where you'll find people that aren't in groups and that are kind of like more mingling, standing up. That's really important. That people are standing up, dancing, right? So that's like a continuous thing over there, and they play more international music, I think so, and more reggaeton. So I think that's part of it as well. Whereas I went to another street, I forget the name of it, but it was like super local, and I remember walking in there and like all the locals were just like, the whole club was like staring at me. All right, in their groups, like sitting down at their tables. Like I was just walking to the bar, like trying to grab a drink, and they're like, "Oh, you need to buy a bottle." I'm like, "Oh, I'm ready to drop 50, 60 bucks just to drink a bottle by myself. Like, what's the point in that?" So yeah, bounced out of there, and they literally all looked at me as I was leaving there. So it was super awkward. But I can't even remember the place. It's good I don't, so I don't even mention it to you guys. So, but yeah, La Pergola would be like the first place I'd recommend. And then 1060, Espacio 1060, Espacio Diez 60, and that's near here in Granada as well. And it's like a 3-level nightclub there. It's pretty big. It's pretty cool there. Yeah, there's some pretty cool chicks to talk to at times. A lot of girls with guys there, definitely. Colombian guys got a lock on their hot girls there for sure. But you know, there's some girls by themselves there. And I definitely recommend it there. A lot more dancing, a lot more mingling, a lot more just standing up, interacting with whomever. So that's awesome for any tourist kind of coming through the town there. And that club, I must say, has the most gringos I've seen here, for sure, out of all the places I've been to, even more so than La Pergola. So there's more gringos there. And I mean, like, you know, tall European guys, tall, like, blonde dudes, and then I'll even see gringa. European females there. So, and I actually wanted to say this as well, is that, you know, David Bond would mention like, oh, you got to go where there's like less competition, and all the gringos go to Medellin, and it's like, yeah, sure, but I think they're more starting to come here to Cali for sure. And when you have a nightclub where you got a bunch of gringos in just one room, like in Espacio, you know, that's a signpost, that's an indicator, and especially if you have gringa females in the mix there, right? Because I feel like any place where the girls, you know, feel like it's safe to travel and they're there, I feel like it's already at the point of getting saturated. Just a place when it's becoming like saturated with a group of people, as soon as the women of the foreign population come in, you know, that's when you know that, you know, there've been enough men coming through here to kind of, you know, give them that comfort to come in and visit here. But as far as like the online dating or like Instagram ads, the way I'm working it right now, maybe a little less saturated. And I'm kind of like, I got my own angle I'm working where I feel like less gringos are paying attention. So that's after I think about the next place I'm going, would I come back here? I'm not sure. Maybe. There's a lot of other places that are, you know, got me really curious right now. You know, maybe like Barranquilla, or even like Manaus, Brazil, like in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. That place looks super sick there. But all right, so that's pretty much it for now. All right, K-pop Giga Chad signing out for now. All right, peace. All right, laters. Don't forget to subscribe and like. All right.